Peace Soul fam, the Divine Goddess here, and in this video, I want to talk about the importance of staying consistent in your spiritual practice. So, if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that in the beginning of my spiritual journey, I was not consistent. I would go hard for a little while, and then when circumstances came into my life, nope, let me turn it around. When circumstances happened in my life, like things that I didn't want to happen, that's when I would turn to my spiritual practice. When everything was going fine, I may say a thank you, God, here and there, or a thank you, Spirit, here and there, but I was not really consistent, sitting at my altar, which I didn't even have an altar at that time, but doing my meditation, doing my prayers, doing my readings, my journaling, things like that. I just wasn't consistent enough. It would always be when I needed help, to be honest. I'm going to be totally honest. When I needed help, that's when I would turn to Spirit. And yes, Spirit always helped me out. I was always rescued, always. And I used it more like a safety net and a rescuer than a real relationship. And I was doing my meditations the other day, and I was reading a book, and I love this preacher. His name is Reverend Ike. He's no longer, he's not alive anymore, but I listen to him, and I read his books, and I watch him a lot because I was reintroduced to him a little while back, a couple years ago. And I remember my mother used to listen to him when I was very young. I would say in the 70s or maybe early 80s, she would listen to him on the radio. And when I was reintroduced to him, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember my mother used to listen to him. So I've been listening to him ever since. This was about maybe like 3.5 years ago. I was reintroduced to him, maybe like about 3 years ago. So anyway, to make a long story short, I was listening to him. I was reading his book, and he talks a lot about money, how to make money, like how to manifest money, how to attract money into your life. And one of the chapters in the book, the chapter that I was up to, he talked about your money psychology. And, and at the end of each chapter, he has these questions that you're supposed to fill in your answers. And I've been, diligently reading and filling in these answers every day. And so one of the questions was, what was your money psychology? And how did that affect your life? So when I thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I had a relationship with money, just like I had a relationship with spirit, just like I had a relationship with all my other intimate relationships. And it kind of hit me. I'm like, first of all, if you want to have a fruitful spiritual life, you have to remain consistent. You have to give your energy to it. Even some days you may not feel like it. You have to show up. You have to give your thanks. You have to give your praise. You have to give your sacrifice. You have to, just open yourself up to Spirit. And same thing in a regular relationship, right? An intimate relationship. You have to compromise. You have to work together. You have to, get together, maybe go out on date nights and things like that. And same thing with money. You have to welcome your money. You have to, love your money. You have to not serve your money, let your money serve you, but welcome it into your life. Just be thankful for it, grateful for it, spend some time with it. Think about it, work towards it, manifest it. So I'm telling you guys this because out of my own experience. So this is the experience. This is the aha moment that I got. This was it. I said, wow. So in my intimate relationships, I was like, I have the capacity to be hot and cold, hot and cold, right? If something bothers me, I may not talk about it. This is how I was. This is how I was. I'm not in a relationship right now, but this is how I was. And I've worked on myself so much. I'm still working on myself. But in my relationships, all the ones that I've had, I have, I can be hot and cold. I can, want to snuggle with you one day and not be bothered with you the next. These are the things that I've realized about myself. Then I said, this is the same way I show up with Spirit. One day, if I need help, I'm all there. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God, for blessing me. And I thank you for I'm all in. Then when I get what I want, I fall back. Right? Same thing with money. If I need money, I will do everything I need to do to get the money that I need. And then once I feel like, all right, I got what I needed, I don't really need to work so hard anymore. So what do when I thought about this and I saw my patterns, and your relationship with money is the same as your relationship with your spiritual journey, which is the same as your intimate relationship. All relationships are the same. They're all the same, and they all need your energy, your consistent energy. So when I saw that, and that's what prompted me to make this video today. Guys, I was not going to make this video today because it's late and I wanted to go to bed, and I was like, but I said no. It's that consistency. It's that willingness to go the extra mile. It's that determination to show up every day no matter what, whether you feel like it or not. So it's these patterns that I found in myself, that I've been discovering about myself. And I'm just like literally cutting out the things in my life that I know was not serving me. It was nobody else. It's me. Even if relationships didn't work out, not to say that, I was the problem in my relationship, but I was a part of the problem. You can't have a problem if two people makes a problem, right? You can't fight with one person. Two people causes a fight and keeps it going. So what is your spiritual journey like? You have to, and I'm going to be like so adamant about this. If you really want to increase your spiritual connection, because that's what happened to me. That's why my spiritual connection was so slow. It's been years because I would stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Same thing with my intimate relationship. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. I want out. Oh, I want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. I don't, those are the things that I used to do. Same thing with money. All right, I got money. I don't need any more for now. Then when I get in dire straits, oh my gosh, I need money. So my relationships with everything is the same exact relationship cycle that I had with my spiritual journey. So I'm here to encourage you in this video. Don't be like how I was. Now I'm totally dedicated. Totally dedicated to my spiritual journey. I was telling myself the other day, like when I finally get into another relationship, I'm not going to put my spiritual journey on the back burner, because that's what I would do too. Because I didn't want to be looked at as weird or crazy. You know how that goes. When I'm sitting there meditating and the person that I'm with is not meditating. That's why when you are vibrating on a higher frequency, the person that you're meant to be with is going to come into your space and they're going to understand what you do. And they probably do it too. You want someone that's like you. So that's why you want to write down what you want. I'll talk about that in another video. You want to manifest what you want and not what you don't want. So all my other relationships, when I started them, I was just out of need and want. It wasn't out of desiring a spiritual connection, which is what I'm looking for now. I'm not looking right now. I'm not looking for nothing. But if it happens to come to me, it has to be spiritual first. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be spiritual first. Everything else is secondary. Physical attraction, all that stuff, it's secondary. It has to be physical. Of course, I want to be attracted to the person, but it has to be spiritual first, because a spiritual connection will last and deepen and feel more real than anything. But guess what? You are not going to have a real spiritual connection until you get serious on your spiritual journey. And that's how I was able to end my last relationship that I was in for a very long time. I got so close, but again, remember, it was when I was in dire straits. I wanted to get out of that relationship so bad. And I was married. It was like I wanted to get out so bad. So what did I do? I turned to spirit. I turned to my higher self. I turned to the divine. That's what I did. And soon, not too long later, a couple months later, I was out of that house. I moved. It was literally a miracle. And you can create some incredible miracles in your life when you stay on your spiritual journey, on your spiritual path. And you get creative ideas. You're going to see more money in your life. You're going to feel more, alive. You're going to feel more, more happiness and joy and peace and comfort, and better people will come into your life, and, your business will start booming if you have one, or, you'll get a better job or promotion or whatever. But I'm telling you, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. Seek ye first the divine, your spiritual higher self, the eternal. Seek that first before you do anything. And now, I'm like, every morning, that's my thing. Every evening, that's my thing. I'm talking to spirit twice a day. And throughout the day, of course, but I mean, like, literally, like, a little bug just flew right in front of my face. Maybe that's my spirit guides. Maybe, who knows? Because I'm telling you the good stuff. But every morning I'm sitting at my altar. I'm so glad I have an altar now. I have to dress it a little bit better. Every night, I'm doing my prayers and meditation, and I'm visualizing, and we're going to talk about that as well. Visualization, affirmations, all that stuff, because, man, that stuff will change your life. It has changed my life abundantly. And as I continue on this journey, I just want to help spread my message so that it can change somebody else's life. If you stay consistent and you stay diligent and determined to stay on this walk, because it's not easy. You can get distracted so easy, but don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Stay the course. Stay the course, and you will see and reap some beautiful, beautiful benefits and rewards. All right, my friends, my soul group, thank you so much for watching this video. The Divine Goddess here. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. Subscribe to my channel, please. Share this video out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, love and light.